I see live.
Are you still set for private, maybe?
I might be. Let me go ahead and change that to public and see if it changes anything.
Yeah. Because I'm on my YouTube homepage and I'm not seeing anything.
All right, try it now.
Let's see. Refresh.
I might sneeze. Okay, I think I'm okay.
Maybe you had to set it as.
Oh, I see it. Why is the thumbnail always on me and it looks gross?
You're beautiful.
I'm always like in the thumbnails or something.
Okay. I've got 2 people watching and I know for a fact one of them is me. So
It's on me and it looks gross. Did you hear?
I did.
Okay.
I'm watching now. That's more than us. Hello, other viewers.
Hello, who is out there in YouTube world?
Oh, that's Natalia. I got excited.
Oh, it's Jody's birthday.
Jody Petrella. Oh, that's so cool.
Happy birthday.
Is it your birthday, Jody?
My birthday, eating cake and writing. Yeah, that's
that great.
Oh, she did say my birthday cake.
Oh, look at how many people are here.
Right.
Yes, 13 people.
Yay!
Let's see. How can we entertain you guys while we wait for more people to show up?
Oh, I can type back too. Last time I didn't get to type because I was like confused of what to do. And so now I'm like, okay, I got 2 computers now. So anyone who's watching, if I'm looking over here, I have a computer over here I'm looking at.
Everyone who's watching, tell us what you're working on right now. What are you writing?
Yes. Hold on, I'll be back.
And Brooke left.
Right back. I'll be back.
Not scared of everyone watching.
Hold on. I don't like how I look. Maybe that looks better. Ooh, that does look better. Do you see crap in the background? I don't think so. Oh, someone's writing poetry today. Awesome. My poetry.
I am no good at poetry at all.
I'm terrible.
Yeah. I had to take classes for my creative writing major, and they were so difficult.
Oh my gosh, they probably would get so deep with it, and I'm like, the sky is blue, and
what does this mean? Let's see. So world building, outlining, Camp Nano.
Woo.
Paige, I am an outliner as well. Like if I were outlining right now, that's what I'd be doing too. Oh
that is Mickey Miles. That is like the cutest name ever.
Right?
Yeah, I love that. That's so cute. Names with alliteration. Like I'm always just like, I love it so much. like the author Rainbow Rowell, like she has such a cool name. And I thought that was like a pen name because I mean you would just assume. And I guess that's her real name.
Her real name is Rainbow?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Her parents are cool.
Right? All right, well we have quite a few people here, so do you want to jump into introductions and get this going, or do you want to wait a little bit longer?
I'm fine for it. You are hosting, Natalia, so it's up
I
to
am the
you.
hostess. Mandy, what do you think?
You're the hostess.
All right, well, I will jump into this. Yay, okay, so we are just going to start with introductions. I'm sure most of you already know us because we saw many of you in the previous live stream, but my name is Natalia Lee. I'm the author of the young adult novels Highborn and Way of Spears, and I am currently working on Song of the Dryad. Tonight I will be working on edits for this because I am almost done with the 4th draft, and it's my goal to have the 4th draft complete by the end of this month. So tonight I have my second laptop over here on this side, and I will be kind of reading and annotating my book, and then going back to my Scrivener document and editing that. All right, Mandy, what are you working on?
All right, my name is Mandi Lynn. I'm the author of the young adult novel Essence and historical fantasy novel I Am Mercy. And tonight I am working on my third novel, which is a thriller novel. It is titled She's Not Here, and I'm also doing some edits because Monday I'm sending it to my critique partner and my beta readers and just going full out to the publishing path. And now it's Brooke's turn.
Congrats, Mandi, on getting all that done. That's awesome. Hello, everyone. I am Brooke. I'm from the channel By the Brooke, and I am writing kind of paranormal, supernatural type book that takes place in 1920s New Orleans. And I am so excited to get going more into it. This Camp NaNoWriMo, I've been working more forward into the plot, but I have been lagging in the last couple weeks of Camp Nano. So I'm excited for this write-in and to go ahead and get more serious with trying to get as many words in as I can for the last couple days that I can for camp.
So do you have a goal, like a word count goal that you're going to try to hit tonight?
For tonight. I hadn't thought about it really for tonight because I was just like, we'll see what happens. I don't know like how long the durations of time are going to be. My goal for overall camp was 30,000 words, and I think I'm like around 12,000 words or something like that. I mean, it helps. Anything helps, but hopefully more will happen within the next weekend or so.
Yes, absolutely. So you guys, we are really excited about this. We want this write-in to be very kind of free form and casual, and we're just going to have a lot of fun with it. So the first fun thing we're doing is I'm actually going to bring you a word of the day, and I have a challenge for you guys. So once I tell you what the word of the day is, I'm going to give you the definition, and I want you guys to try to use this word in what you are writing tonight or this morning, wherever you are in the world. And then if you're able to use that word of the day at the end of this write-in in about an hour or an hour and a half, however long this goes, I want to know, like, I want to see the paragraph or the sentence that you used the word of the day in. Sound good? Okay, good. So the word of the day is statuesque. Yes. So statuesque is resembling a statue, especially in dignity, shapeliness, or stillness, especially having a tall and shapely form. So I'm feeling like if I use it tonight, it will be to like describe some sort of character as statuesque. I'm going to drop that in the chat as well so you guys can see what it is.
And know how to spell it if you're me.
Right, exactly. Word of the day is statuesque. There we go. I will drop the definition down there as well.
I think of like the David statue for some reason, I guess.
Like what you pictured?
Would you say that's like the most famous statue, I guess you could say maybe, or whatever, maybe? So. Any artists out there who would know any more than that?
Because the most famous painting would be the Mona Lisa, so the statue of David has to be the most famous statue.
Let's see. Wow, great word. I've never heard it until now. Yeah, I was trying to pick a word that would be like kind of new, because I feel like if I chose a word that all of us use anyway, then it would be too easy and we wouldn't be learning anything new tonight. So the teacher in me wanted to bring you a fresh word.
I think that's awesome. I think that's a great word to choose because it'll make it to where we're also kind of broadening our ways of describing things.
Exactly.
I mean, it could be a person who is like either beautiful or someone who's just very stiff. I mean, it could be some whatever type of thing that you can come up with.
Yep, exactly. So now that you know the word of the day, I think we should start with like a little bit of a writing warm-up just to get like our creative brain muscles working. So what Brooke, Mandi, and I kind of discussed for this writing warm-up, we came up with choose one thing in the room, anything, and then just describe it as much as you possibly can for, I think, 5 minutes. Mandi, is that what, because your professor has you do this, right?
Yeah. 5 minutes, because then any more of that gets to be a little bit too much.
Okay, yeah, so you could do that, you know, if you want to just start working on like getting all of those creative ideas flowing, or maybe you want to do like journaling for a while, just like journal about your day. Or I think what I'm going to do personally is journal like from the perspective of my main character, as if like I went through a day with her and now she's sitting down at the end of the night and she's journaling about her day. So that's what I'm going to do, but you guys can choose, you know, whichever one you want to start getting your brain in the creative mode. And I am going to set the timer for 5 minutes. So just write as much as you can, like try to get those creative juices flowing. And then here in 5 minutes, we will come back and I will pull a writing prompt and then we will get into our first sprint. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds awesome. I already spilled something. Was it a drink? No, it was a coaster with no drink on it. So good thing that didn't happen. Okay, sorry guys, we're good.
All right, so you guys have 5 minutes starting now.
Trying to think of what to.
You're distracting me. You're distracting me.
That was quick.
All right, that's 5 minutes. Okay, so I ended up writing 213 words. How many did you guys get?
228.
Woohoo!
This is ridiculous. Okay, you ready, guys? I was thinking of something fun to describe for that exercise, and I pulled out my friend's mirror, and then I just started like thinking of ridiculous things like that were stupid. Like Lumiere is gold, and I just like started coming up with stupid things, and I was like, this is bad. I'm changing my location and my thing of writing. So I started talking about a creek in the woods that was kind of trashy looking, and it had lots of like chip bags and stuff like that there. It didn't help me. It just made me think of funny things.
I started off by describing a book that was sitting on my printer, and then I got distracted by the printer itself and started describing the printer, and then went to a full-out story of how I use the printer.
This printer annoys me. It gets clogged all the time with papers. No, that was good. Natalia, you did good with 200. What did you describe?
So I actually ended up going for like a journal prompt. So Charlotte is the main character in Song of the Dryad. So I like wrote a journal entry from her perspective. And I actually forgot one of my characters' names while I was writing about them. So I had to like open my book and find what their name was. So that was a little bit embarrassing, but at least I was reminded of their name, right? Let's see. So 160.
I should be better. I should know who they are.
Right. All right. So do you guys want to jump into a prompt and then have a word sprint?
That's fine with me.
Down in my room. Describing a song of my story playlist. That sounds like fun, Lucy.
Let's see. Who was the one who said, I saw something about a ceiling fan? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Miles, I wrote about my ceiling fan looking down on my room.
No, that would be good because then it also has movement to it, and you could describe lots of things around that as well. No, I felt like that was a good warm-up because I started to get more creative. Besides Lumiere, I started to get more creative with talking about the creek that I was picturing in my head and stuff. I feel like you can describe settings better than like an object for some reason.
Yeah. All right. So now that we're kind of warmed up and ready to go. So you guys, what we're going to do for this first write-in, and if it works, we'll do this probably, on the one next month, but if not, we can always change it. So we're just kind of going to experiment and see what we all enjoy. So I have this little basket here, and I have a bunch of writing prompts that I'm going to pull for you. And what I ended up doing was I have 5 prompts. Well, I have 10 prompts, but 5 of each kind. So I actually have character development prompts that will just help you dive into your characters more and get to know them a little bit better. And then I also have scenario prompts, which is taking your characters and then throwing them into a totally wacky scenario and then just being able to write that scene from their perspective. And of course, you don't have to go with my prompts if you don't want to. This is just like, if you're here outlining or you just want to get to know your characters a little bit better, that's what these prompts are really going to help with. Again, like I said, tonight, I'm working on Song of the Dryad, so I will not be writing these prompts with you guys just because I will be editing and trying to get that finished. So again, you don't have to go for these prompts, but if you are stuck and you want a fun way to get to know your characters better, that's what these are going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 1 character development prompt and 1 scenario prompt, and then I will set my timer for a sprint. So how long do you guys want to sprint for? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? I tend to prefer like 10 to 15, but what do you guys think?
Let's ask the people in the comments because I'm good with either. So everyone in the comments, let us know.
With me too.
10 to 15. 10 or 15 minutes or more or something. Let's see.
Okay, so 15, 10.
Let's see.
15. Majority is going to rule, so everybody vote.
Okay, I was worried going to be 50-50. It looks like 10 so far. I love seeing everyone commenting.
I know, this is cool.
12.5.
12.5. He's very much a people pleaser.
So let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 15s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far I'm seeing 6 15s and 7 10s. Should we do 12.5?
Honestly, maybe. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We had a couple more 15s. So I think we're 50-50 right now.
Oh my gosh. We're so divided.
Right?
15. Another 15.
Do you want to say the next comment that says 10 or whatever says 15, that one wins?
Okay, sure. So the next comment is going to win.
All right.
15 or 10? Who
Who's it
did
gonna be?
Whoever says something after Daryl, that's our final one. Come on.
Eric.
All right. 15.
Kenzie took control.
Yes, you did. All right. So we're going to go for 15 minutes. Let me pull those prompts, and then we'll get started. And then at the end of the sprint, I would love to know how many words you guys wrote. That is if you're actually writing, versus editing or outlining. All right, so here we go.
Who has recently joined in, we have a word of the day, and that word is statuesque. And you can try and fit that into your writing as much as you can, because we're just kind of wanting to have a little bit of fun with word of the day stuff. So we'll go ahead and count as many times as we can at the end of the night of how many times statuesque was used.
Good, thank you, Brooke. All right, so here are our prompts. So the character development prompt is, your character finds a genie in a bottle. What are their 3 wishes? And then our scenario prompt is, your character and their love interest, or if you don't have a love interest, you can choose any other character, of course. But your character and their love interest get lost in a corn maze together. What happens next?
Murder.
Oh, great. That is not what I was thinking, but maybe. All right, you guys. So those are the 2 prompts. If you need a reminder, just let me know, and I can type them into the chat box below. I'm going to go ahead and hit my little stopwatch here. So we have 15 minutes. Let's write. I'm also going to turn on some fairy music in the background. So I hope that doesn't bother you. It'll just be light instrumental.
Do it, because this whole time I've been like, I feel awkward. Wow.
Right, like it's so silent.
I'm just happy it's not screamo music. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm going to turn on Ori and the Blind Forest. I've been writing to that a lot.
I usually turn on like music, movie scores, that sort of thing. Anything to get me in the mood. Brooke, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I thought I deleted something bad. I was like, no, and then it's fine. And I'm not on Microsoft Word or Scrivener, so it's like, oh no, I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyway, sorry guys.
Yes.
Okay, time is up. That was 15 minutes. That went fast.
That did.
See, that's why I like those shorter ones. Because if I do like an hour, then I get distracted and I don't get as much work done.
Yeah. I always feel like 10 or 15 is the sweet spot.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so y'all, I'm using this computer that is not mine. It's my parents'. I borrowed it for this. And it doesn't have Microsoft Word or Scrivener. How do I count my words that I just written?
What do you want?
Another thing. Typing it on Evernote. Have you guys heard of that site?
Yeah.
Can that laptop use the internet? Because there are websites that's just like word counter websites and you just copy and paste directly into there.
Ooh, I'll type that up. You all can talk real quick as I try and figure this out. How did everyone do, y'all?
I totally just lost where I was.
And
Oh, no.
to me, yes, I do. I do have a Samsung. Look at how cracked and broken it is. Oh, it looks gross. Oh, it looks so gross. But yes, I do have an old Samsung.
iPhones. They're the best. I love
Right?
iPhones.
Oh, hey, don't need my emails.
Yeah, like if you guys ever like watch any of my Instagram stories or anything, they're always horrible quality because this is such an old Samsung phone. So I will upgrade eventually to an iPhone, but for now I'm frugal and cheap.
Oh, Peggy, did you say Evernote does a word count? What do I do? Where do I go for this?
Elizabeth got 577,
Nice. Ooh, Mickey got 583.
567. You guys did awesome.
16, 432.
I'm still trying to figure out where I left off.
And Shelby, to answer your question, I have been told that I looked like somebody from that show, but I've never watched it, so I'm not sure.
Totally do, Natalia.
Huh? I do?
Mm-hmm. I know who she's talking about. That's Spencer, right?
Hey, so speaking of lookalikes, I was just on a video chat call with like a company, and they were like, "Did someone ever tell you about the Anna Kendrick thing?" And I was like,
Anna Kendrick too.
I didn't get what he meant at first. I'm like, in the news, I don't keep up with Hollywood. So I'm like Googling Anna Kendrick, and then I realized he's like, "Oh, you look like her." I'm like, "Oh, I guess."
I can totally see it for sure, especially with your hair pulled back like that.
I could totally be on Pitch Perfect. I just don't have the voice.
I was about to say, sing us one of the songs.
Oh, God. I think I found where I am. When you have a 400-page document, you can't use the scroll option like I just did. Way too far.
Let's see. So everybody's sharing how many words they wrote. So I actually finished editing chapter 20. So I edited 2 scenes in that time. Yay! So I'm going to move on to chapter 21 for our next sprint and hopefully finish that up.
Sweet.
So, want to edit for me?
Absolutely. I love editing. I'll edit for everybody.
How do I do this?
Jody wrote the corn maze prompt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did anybody else use the prompts?
Jody, when you say hot, what do you mean by hot?
That's fun.
Oh, okay. Where did I leave off?
Y'all, I don't know what to do. This computer sucks because I can't paste it. I can't paste it. I'm trying to say control and then copy the thing, and every time I'm doing this, it does nothing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This stupid
You
computer.
should have done it in Google Docs.
I don't know how to do Google Docs. I've never done that before. I'm a noob.
Realize we plan things through Google Docs, right?
You guys make them. I just comment on them. I don't like make them.
No, when you know perfect, you've used it.
Like anytime that I do a collab with someone, I'm like, do you want to make the Google Doc? And I'm just like horrible. I need to just do it already and learn how to do it.
I was like, I'll just do a screen share right now and show you right here, right now. Okay, hold on.
I don't know how to do this. This thing is stupid.
I officially found where I left off. All right.
I believe you, Peggy. I believe it is amazing balls.
You literally just type in Google Docs on Google, and it pops up.
That's it? I thought it'd be so much more complicated.
No.
Wow, that's like dumb of me.
Have you used any of the Google applications, like Google Drive, Google Sheets, Google Slides?
I don't think I've ever really had to use Google Drive. Not that I know of.
My whole life. Hold on.
Mandi is so disappointed in me right now.
I don't think you understand that I live. So this is the application. You hit the little plus button. And then see, this is Google Docs. And then it brings up the screen for a blank. Well, it brings up the screen for the app because I don't have the app. But yeah.
You're like, after that, it's pretty good. It's pretty easy. I bet it's pretty easy. I've just been like thinking it's probably intimidating or whatever, but it sounds like it's probably not. Hold on. Yes, Mandi's the teacher for this segment of our write-in.
All right, so should we pull some more prompts?
Yeah, unless anyone has questions, but I don't really know what they would have questions on. Then you click the dot.
Kenzie's disappointed in me too. Sorry, Kenzie. Oh, hey, Timmy, how's dictation going for you? I've thought about writing in dictation before. I think I have an app on my phone. I've been paying like the last month to do dictation, but I haven't used it yet. Do you guys know I'm talking about dictation? I don't know.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't write like that. Like the way I talk is not the way I write.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'd be like all over the place bad, but I guess it just takes some getting used to.
Timmy loves it.
Timmy, what time is it there? Last time it was like 3:30 in the morning or whatever. I bet it's about that time now.
Words in this.
Boot for Scrivener.
A lot of Scrivener users.
Boop, boop, boop. I miss my Scrivener right now.
I tried Scrivener. I couldn't figure out how to use it. I don't have the patience for it.
I had done that too, where like whenever I first got it, it was just like really, really bad, and I just was so confused on it. And then you just take some really getting used to.
Can we just talk about Jody's comment? Randy, the hot had nothing to do with the weather.
I think Jody had like this scene that she was writing that was kind of like an exotic thing that happened in the maze. Like a sexual awakening type of scene.
You guys are dedicated, writing at 3:17 a.m.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy to have y'all. Especially whenever you're typing so late. I would be asleep at like for sure.
I can't write at night. Like right now it's 7:18 where I am, and it's a struggle because usually I'm a morning writer.
I'm a morning.
For those of you that it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, oh my goodness.
I quit the 5 a.m. Writers Club. I decided I like sleeping too much.
Yeah, that's something that I might want to try, like especially in the summer because the sun is up so early. I might like that.
I plan to do a vlog next month or this upcoming month for trying to see like how I would do with doing the 5. I want to try for 5. Is it 5:30 in the morning?
5 a.m.
Or is it 5?
I think it's 5.
Okay, yeah, I want to try for 5. I probably would have to get up earlier though if I was wanting to vlog. So I'd probably be the 4:30 morning club or something. We'll see how that goes.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and pull. I'm going to pull 2 more prompts so that we can all get back to writing.
Woohoo!
All right, here we go. So there's a character development.
Yeah.
Now we're going to find a scenario. All right, here we go.
Oh, you're Natalia. I'm really liking your tattoo, by the way, the new one, Natalia.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
it has finally healed over quite a lot. You can still feel it, but I can touch it now, and it's not like disgustingly painful. So I'm really, really happy with that. Okay.
Little mousy.
Yes, it is a cute little mousy right there. All right,
I thought it was a flower. That's so funny.
Oh, you thought it was a flower?
Yeah, it looked like petals. It's a cute little mouse. It's so much.
Okay, here we go. So here is the scenario prompt. Ooh, your character is blindfolded and being led through the woods. How did they get there and what happens next?
Ooh, I love that one.
Right, that one's fun. Okay, and then our character development prompt is, let's see, if your novel has a love interest, what is their biggest flaw or their most unattractive trait? I think that's a really good one. Mandi, did you come up with this, or Brooke, did you come up with this? I forget.
I did.
You did?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Can't remember. Anyway, I think it's a great one
One more
because
time I was trying to type, and then I was like, wait, you said my name. I'm sorry.
oh no. No, I was just saying that I really like this character development idea because I feel like personally when I write love interests into my novels, I have a tendency to forget that they have to be flawed and have their own
that
like
one was me.
problems. That one was you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's
why
a really
I wrote
fun
that,
one.
because sometimes people make them too perfect, and it's like I hate it whenever they're too perfect. They're annoying, and so I like it to where they have some type of thing that makes them a person,
Right.
normal person.
Absolutely. Yeah, so just one more time, for those of you that are doing the prompts, the character development prompt is, if your novel has a love interest, what is their biggest flaw or most unattractive trait? And then for those of you that want to do a scenario, it is, your character is blindfolded and being led through the woods. How did they get there and what happens next? All right, so are you guys good with another 15? I think that was a really good length of time.
I liked 15, but that's just me. I don't know what all everyone wants to do.
All right, well, I will set it for 15, and let's get started. Let's dive back in.
Someone said Jody is enjoying smut today.
Yes, Jody, I like some smut too.
That's really funny.
Oh, perfect. All right, here we go. I'm hitting start. 15 minutes.
I'm loving everyone's comment. Scared me.
All right, 15 is up already. All right, how many words did you guys get?
Don't know. I got stuck on trying to look up facts.
Oh no.
And I don't know either. I don't know either because my computer, like this stupid thing, I don't know how to copy this thing. Every time I tried, it wouldn't let me. So I'll just have to deal with it later.
I only got like a page or two because then I hit a paragraph, and when I put like filler text in, I put XXX. So I had that where I was supposed to name like a chemical. So I was like, dude, I need to figure that out now. So yeah.
Gosh, a lot of people are getting a lot of words this time around.
Dude, you guys did awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriella, that's okay. We're going to do another sprint so you can write some more stuff.
Mm-hmm. And how many of you are here working on like your Camp Nano project? Because unfortunately, I'm not doing Camp Nano this time around, but I wish I was.
Technically, I'm doing Camp Nano. It's just editing.
Right.
And that's still fine to do, right, for camp and stuff. I think that they said that.
Yeah, because camp is open to whatever you want. It could just be an hourly goal. You don't even have to write a full novel. A few people did like 30,000 word goal.
Yeah.
Someone I was talking to had 70,000. I'm like, oh my god.
70,000 for the month?
Yeah, that's I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I wanted to do 75,000 for NaNoWriMo 2016, but I totally tanked. And I did hit 50,000, but I was not going to hit 75. No way.
There's some people where I think I've seen like over like within like a day or two's time, I've seen it where like people will get over like 15,000 like within 2 days, and I'm just like,
I've seen it too.
I'm like, how?
Mhm.
I mean, I would think in my head, if I was to able to write that amount of words, it would be utter crap. Nothing would make sense. It would have typos all over the place. It would just
I wrote 5,000 words in one day, and I was so proud of myself. I was like,
Ooh.
here we go. Done for the week. Let's see.
Yeah, the most I've done was over 2,000. I haven't hit 3. My goal at one day is to hit at least 3 one day. Ooh, nice job, Danielle. We're getting over. All right.
So, Brooke, I have to know, what was this?
I had no idea if you guys had seen that, but I didn't know if I had no idea. Did you hear anything from my end whenever I did that thing?
I don't think so.
Okay. There were people outside my apartment who were really loud, and I was just like, I can hear your conversation. And so I had no idea if you were able to hear it or not. So if any of you guys saw me just kind of like go like that earlier, it was because I was getting annoyed by neighbors. I was just kind of like, I have no idea if anyone saw that or heard that, but I just did it anyway.
I was like, what is she getting annoyed by now?
Oh, and then the first time I think I made like a weird face because on Evernote, like, or at least my computer, how it's typing, there was something I did where I thought I deleted like a whole sentence, and I was like, where did it go? But I think it was fine, but it scared me at first since I'm not used to typing on Evernote for novel stuff. Oh, but I need to do the Google Doc, Mandy. You showed me how. I need to just open it and do it in it.
It's like not even something you need to learn. It just does it itself.
All right. Oh my gosh, we've already been on here for over an hour. It's already 7:40
No,
right
it doesn't feel like that at all. Timmy, I can't believe you wrote that much within a day. Sheesh.
15K?
That is amazing.
6 to 7 hours. Did you take a bathroom break?
Right. One
And
to 8
5
hours. Yeah, Lydia, I'm about the same as you. And if I'm doing word sprints, I can usually write more than 1K an hour, but that tends to be my average.
You know what's painful editing this novel is I don't know if it's just because the way I wrote it the first time that it was so many bits and pieces that need to be fixed. But my average for editing is a chapter an hour because of how much I need to fix. Oh my God, I hate it.
So is this like you're working on what's going to be the second draft?
I think it's technically in its 4th draft, technically, because I've rewritten it so many times. But the biggest issue is that, like, one of the times I went to write it, I was like a 4th of the way through, and then I realized I have to change something. Mm-hmm. So I just changed it moving forward and didn't go back and fix anything. And I forgot I didn't fix the beginning until I went to go edit it. And then I was like, oh. So this is like at least my 3rd draft, maybe my 4th. But I've never like actually written the whole thing. Like I kind of like wrote a draft but never wrote the ending and just kind of was like, I need to fix everything else before I can write the ending. And it's been a very messy novel.
Yeah, like I'm working on my 4th draft right now, but it's going really, really fast because I'm at the point where I just am like correcting small spelling errors, you know, using different words, just varying word choice. So it's like, what I do is I read it and I annotate first, and I'll do that for like 3 or 4 chapters and then go back through and edit it. And I can usually do like, I almost finished another chapter just now in that 15 minutes. So thankfully this is going really fast, but oh my gosh, like for developmental edits, that took forever. It would be like days on one chapter. Like if it was a long one that needed a lot of work, it was so tedious.
I've just had to push through it. Like I've been working on this for at least like 2 to 5 hours every day. It's been painful. Like it's been the only thing I've been doing.
I'm happy that I'm doing a different way of writing for the book I'm working on right now, because I think I've told you guys several times that I used to write and then edit what I just written, and then write a little bit more and then edit that again, and then after I'd write the chapter, then I'd go back and edit the chapter. So I would like barely make any progress. And so I feel like with this Camp NaNoWriMo, I've done so much better on just like not looking back on things, not re-editing things. And so I just feel like I've done a so much better job of actually getting further. So the editing process will be really different this time because I hadn't edited like a lot of stuff. So it'll be really interesting to go back after all of this is done.
What's your word right now?
What's my what?
Word count?
With everything involved, I think I am probably around 30 or 40,000 or so. I think.
Yeah, so you're closing in. You're at you're past the halfway point.
I haven't looked at how much I'm at. Whenever I first started before Camp NaNoWriMo, I had 11,000, and then I've written like almost 15 now. So yeah, I'm kind of like around 30,000, I guess, or so. But I feel like I have so much more to go. Like it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I just have a lot more to do. So we shall see.
Over 80,000, and then now that I've done editing, I've cut a lot out, and I'm at 77 right now. But I think by the time, because I think I'm gonna have to flesh out the ending a little bit more, and it'll probably be closer around to 80,000 again.
See, I want to try and have my book be around that be around that word count, like around 90 or 80 or so. I don't want it to be over 100K, but I write more than I should. I'm one of those overwriters. So I'm usually one that has to take stuff out, where some people are like, oh, I need to add this in. And I'm like, I have to delete so much.
Yeah, I'm the same way, because mine was at like 115K when it was done. And now I've been trying to cut it down to like 105. Like if I could get it at 100,000 or a little bit less than that, that'd be perfect. But right now, actually, I'm going to calculate right now where I'm sitting to see how much I've been able to cut so far.
Shout out to Shelby, who says she's reading Essence right now.
That's so fun. I love that.
So fun fact in terms of word counting. So Essence was about 80,000, and it ended up being formatted, ended up being 330 pages. I Am Mercy was about 110,000 words, and ended up being, I don't know, hold on. I don't have this fact memorized.
Well, I'm looking at my statistics on Scrivener right now. And Song of the Dryad is at 108,000 words currently, and it says that in a paperback, it would be like 310 pages.
Oh, so, hey, Natalia, where do you see that on Scrivener? I can't really look at it, I guess, right now, because I don't want to take you guys away on my normal computer. But, like, where do you see that?
So
like,
you go to Project. It's up on the top.
Okay.
And you just scroll over Project, and you go to Project Statistics. Oh, Jane, I love your question. Jane says, do you have future plans of writing a sequel to Highborn? Recently read that and loved it. Way of Spears is next. So I've had a lot of people ask me that, and I don't currently have plans to write the second book in the series. I would love to, but I feel like, and you guys may have experienced this before, like you get so excited to write a certain project that it's hard to make yourself write something that you feel like you should be writing. So both Highborn and Way of Spears have like a sequel in my head that I could write and that I might write in the future. But for now, I don't have plans to write the second book just yet. But Jane, thank you so much for that question. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for reading it. That is amazing. It always like makes me so happy to hear that somebody has my book. It's like one of the craziest feelings in the world to know that something you like busted your ass on to write is actually in somebody else's hands or on their Kindle. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that.
And I think it's so surreal, like how, Mandi, you have someone on here who's read or is currently reading one of your books. Natalia, you've had someone who's read your book. I just think it's so surreal how, like, even though we obviously know as authors that whenever we put our book out there into the world that people are going to read it, but whenever you get that feedback from strangers, not that you guys are like strangers, but like from people you don't know, it just feels so weird because it's like someone who's like completely across the other side of the world has read what I've written. And it just sounds like that's just such a weird concept to come up with, even though it happens all the time. But it's just weird whenever it happens to you. You know what I mean?
And speaking of feedback, all readers always remember that the best way to support an author is to write a book review for like Goodreads and Amazon. So.
All right, so for all of you who are still here, would you like to do one more writing prompt? How are you feeling at this point?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to do one more sprint?
Yeah, I had no idea like how long this would go because we hadn't done a write-in before. So I had no idea like of what people would prefer, or if like people were like, I'm too tired to write right now or something like that. I know Mandi's probably gonna be saying that here coming up.
That's woke me up. I feel good. Like, I mean, if I turn this off, I'm gonna pass out and go to bed, but you know.
Let's see, so Kenzie says one more sprint. Mickey says sure. Anybody else?
You need more than 2 people. Come on, there's
Jody.
more.
Sweet. Okay.
Jody's wanting to write more erotica.
Right. I want to read this corn maze. Another sprint. Okay, sweet. All right, so I'm going to pull some prompts again. I'm really glad to hear that some of you guys have been able to.
Has anyone used Statuesque yet?
Yes, I'm curious.
I haven't used it yet, and I'm sad. I feel like I have no like way of using it yet.
Yeah, it's harder to fit it in when you're editing because you're not like in the mind of like, I need to put this word in here.
Yeah, that's true. I'm with you, Mandi.
You're
all right, yay, everybody's so excited for one more. Woo.
Oh, Kenzie's used the word.
Oh, Caitlin's working on
right now.
Thank you, Daryl. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read you these prompts. We'll do one more sprint. And then to those of you who have used the word, I would love to like see the sentence that you used it in if you feel like sharing. Okay. So here is our character development prompt. What does your character want more than anything else? And I feel like that's a really good one because many times you'll hear people talk about how you need to know what your character wants because that needs to be like a driving force in the novel. And by not giving them what they want, that creates the tension that you need to move your plot forward. So if you don't know what your character wants more than anything else, this might be a really good prompt for you. And then here is the scenario. What happens when your main character gets stuck in an elevator with their greatest enemy? And then if the enemy doesn't work for that one, you can choose another character. But what happens if they get stuck in a faulty elevator and like the sirens are going off and the lights are blinking and they're stuck in there with that one person? What would they do?
I'm curious what the erotica people write.
What's that?
What the erotica people will write for their.
I'm curious.
My mind goes to 50 Shades of Grey and the elevator scene.
See, I still haven't read or watched those movies, so I'm out of the loop on that.
I tried to read the first book. It wasn't for me. I got mad at the dick of the guy.
Yeah.
No, he's awful. Like, I watched the movie. I'm like, ugh, it's so hard to get into it when he's such an asshole.
Honestly, what they should have done, like, this would have been the perfect opportunity for them to change the book and put it to, like, adapt the book to a better type of version of him. They could have had him be, like, really quick-witted and funny and snarky, or they could have had him give some type of personality. Oh, and and have him be nice and not. Anyway, I could go on and on. I don't like him.
All right, so one more 15-minute sprint. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. 15 minutes starting now.
That was a funny sound.
Okay, guys, I'll be back. I've gotten to the point where I need to make annotations again, and I don't have a pen, so I'm going to go grab one. But you guys keep writing.
Here, I'll do it again. Jeez.
Just write your book. Use it as a bridge.
All right, you guys, that's 15 minutes.
Woo! Yahoo!
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a lot.
Sorry, upstairs neighbors disturbed anybody.
Guys, Kim is on here. Hi, Kim.
Oh, man. I feel like so many people have just kind of joined in and stumbled in, and now we're like, we're finishing up.
Where's Kim? I don't see her.
She.
Oh, there she is. Okay, I just now saw it. It said, hi, ladies. Hi, Kim.
Oh, my computer just went to sleep. You see the various hi Kims.
Kim. Man, that was so hard to try and fit in our word of the day. That was what I did a lot of for the last part of it. I was just like, how do I use statuesque in this type of situation I'm in?
Were you able to do it?
I did. Let me see.
You should read us the sentence.
Okay. This is the first draft, y'all, just letting you know. So this may or may not be in the long run of the edits, but this is what it is so far. He was a horror from the darkest pages of the Bible, a statuesque being who hungered for violence.
Ooh, can I beta this book? I love it.
It's pretty dark. Like, I'm going to get even more so later on and everything. It's, like, so not, like, what people would assume that I would write. Like, some people would probably think I write, like, a contemporary type of book or whatever. And I'm like, nope, I like the nitty-gritty stuff.
Yeah. So I've seen that I think 4 people so far have shared their sentences. Oh, okay, 5. Has anybody else been able to use the word statuesque?
I feel like a loser. I haven't used it, but I don't really have this.
I didn't either.
I've got like a lot of intense scenes, but not. Maybe I could fit in. Maybe I'll do that later. That'll be like my homework.
Yeah, there you go. That's my homework.
Let's see. So I saw Kim ask, and I'm sure everyone else is wondering when our next live stream will be for this.
I have the calendar, yay.
It'll be on my channel because it's my turn next. So if you haven't yet subscribed, find me, Mandi Lynn Vlogs. Mandi spelled with an I. And it tends to be
Franny, dark
Friday, right? Are we?
Yeah, we try and do the last Friday of every month. I have it to where on May, it's the 25th, which is the last Friday. And that works for me. We hadn't really talked about what day we would do, so I guess we're talking about now.
Totally forgot about that. The 25th works for me. May is actually probably going to be my most laid back month, I hope. Or maybe not. I don't know. That's when I also get feedback from the patients. So there's that.
May 25th. I wish I don't have my bullet journal. Actually, I do. Let me go grab my journal. It's in my purse, and then I can double check and make sure that works for me as well.
While we're waiting, everyone let us know how your last sprint went in the comments. I only got a few pages into my editing just because I realized I had a 20-page long chapter, and I don't like having 20-page long chapters, so I wanted to split it up.
It looks like Elizabeth Ham used statuesque in her poem that she just wrote. That's awesome. Woohoo. And is it Chopin? I think you said that you'd like to beta for that book. That'd be awesome. Kim's writing our next live sprint down in her calendar. That'd be awesome because Kim, everyone knows that she's needing to try and work on Seeker, her next book in the Keeper group. She's on a deadline, poor Kim. That'd be so stressful. Oh my gosh.
When
I went downstairs to get my bullet journal, and my mom is watching Breaking Dawn right now. It's awesome.
Oh, like Twilight Breaking Dawn?
My mom's watching it. Because I'm at her house tonight for the fast internet. So I went down there, and she's just like chilling, watching her Twilight movies. It's great.
Oh my God, I want to join her.
I had marathoned those not too long ago. I was like moving and I was packing my stuff as I was watching it, and it was like the funnest thing. It was like I kept like laughing because I was like, I can't believe we all were so obsessed with this, even though I was craving for more. I was just kept going, why were we so obsessed? Even though I can't wait to watch the next one. It's just so funny.
So it looks like the 25th works for me too. I don't have any like crazy intense pet sitting clients that day, so.
Jody, I think, actually wrote something that wasn't erotica, like how we keep teasing her about for using the word statuesque.
Oh, she didn't.
Like I used it and not even in a dirty way.
I love that.
Yeah, every so often I like a good Twilight marathon too.
Oh my God.
Even though it's so super cheesy, I just like grab a big bowl of food and just hang out. Yeah, Peggy, it's cheesy. Exactly.
I totally still like pick up the books every now and then and read them. I love it. I love Edward. Team Edward all the way. Jacob.
I was too. I absolutely was. I hated Jacob when I was reading the book, but I liked him more in the movies for obvious reasons, right?
I did too. Yeah. Whenever he was shirtless, I loved Jacob.
Shirtless.
Oh. I remember.
Did we decide on the 25th?
Yeah.
Just double checking, yes?
I will have to mention real quick, I don't know, okay, I think that should be fine right now. My parents, they're videographers, and so they film a lot of recitals in May and sometimes need my help. I have no idea if the 25th they're going to need me or not, but as of right now, that should be fine. If for some reason we need to change it, then we'll just alert everyone that we are just updating the day for some reason.
Okay, perfect.
I see a few Team Jacob out there, including Kim. I don't know what you're thinking, Kim.
I'm surprised. I thought Kim would have been Team Edward. That's so funny.
I think, Kim, are you just Team Jacob because you like him shirtless? I'm just gonna wait for that to roll in.
Brandy has never read Twilight. That's crazy. Oh, she's not into paranormal.
It's not paranormal.
Paranormal. I mean, they're kind of. It goes back and forth from not to yes.
I mean, I think, Kim, don't you judge me. I'll take that as a yes.
Team Lestat. I love that so much, Daryl. That's awesome. I love an Interview with the Vampire. Oh my gosh. And Tom Cruise was really awesome as Lestat. Oh, Brad Pitt. I forget what his name in that was, but Brad Pitt was sexy. Oh. Daryl may have other reasons for liking Tom Cruise as a vampire, though, compared to.
Oh my god!
All right, so do you guys want to share what your total word count for the night is? How many you wrote in the past hour and a half?
Yeah. So I personally finished a chapter that I had already been halfway through editing before we started.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think that ended up being like 10 pages I did tonight. No. I don't know. I might be lying or exaggerating, but I finished. That's okay.
All right, and then I ended up finishing edits for chapter 20 and 21. So I edited those two, and then I made annotations for the next chapter. So I did 20 and 21, and then I made annotations for chapter 22, so I can move forward with that tomorrow. What about you, Brooke?
I can't find out how much I wrote because the stupid old computer, it won't let me copy and paste. So like every time I'm highlighting all of my paragraph, I'm pushing control and click, and then the highlight just disappears. And I don't know how to copy this to go ahead and copy it onto the site that you were talking about, Natalia, to look at the word thing. So I'll probably just have to work this out next time since I'm doing it off of my Evernote right now. I can't like find out actually how much it was. Even though, Peggy, didn't you say that I was able to somehow find out on Evernote how much you've written? I don't know. Anyway, oh well.
Try highlighting and right-clicking, like the traditional way of copying instead of the keyboard way.
I haven't tried right-clicking it, so maybe.
You didn't try that way?
I've just tried normal clicking.
I feel like you and me need to sit down and I need to teach you how to use
This is a really weird computer. I kept like doing it in like weird ways. I think that probably worked actually. Let's see. Oh crap. Do this correctly. There.
For those who didn't tune in earlier, Miss Brooke Passmore does not know how to use Google
Google Docs.
That.
I have just never tried. I just was always like, if anyone wants to make a Google Doc, then I'll just like comment on stuff. And I just never had like gone ahead and like done it before.
She knows how to edit one. She just doesn't know how to create one.
I'm just cool, but not. And it turns out that I had done a little over 500 words. I'm not a very fast typer. I like to pause and just kind of think and
yell at your neighbors.
Yeah, and yell at my neighbors who are really loud. They were, I swear, they just like knock. Did you guys hear it was knocking sounds?
It was loud.
All the time. It's like people just like want to knock on the floor of my ceiling or whatever. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, but this has been so much fun, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So since this was our first one, do you guys want to give us some feedback on whether you really enjoyed the prompts, you know, if you enjoyed the word of the day? So in the next one that Mandi is hosting in May, do you want to see that again? The prompts and the word of the day and such?
And hello, Destiny.
Hi. Hey, Destiny.
But yeah,
she's joining now that we're about to leave. Sorry, go ahead, Mandi.
I was just saying we would love feedback because then we'll apply it and yeah, critique us.
I do need ideas to deal with those freaking neighbors. They also were like talking outside my apartment earlier and I just like made a face and no one could hear them. So I was like making a face. So I just at like Mandi and Natalia and they probably had no idea what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. I like the word of the day too, Kinsey.
What did you guys think of the warm-up exercise for those who were here where you choose one object and describe it for 5 minutes? What did you guys think of that? That's something that my professor did in a creative writing class that I really enjoyed. But I would like to know if you enjoyed it. I can't talk. It's 10:20 here. It's way past my bedtime.
I'll check out your channel to look at the Google Docs stuff, Japan.
Oh yeah, there was the journal entry. Kenzie just mentioned it for the warm-up as well. So there was the, you know, describe an object for 5 minutes or do like some sort of journal entry just to get your mind going. So yeah, it sounds like Sounds like you guys enjoyed the word of the day. You enjoyed the prompts. So Mandi, I definitely think that we should do that next time as well. And then a warm-up exercise.
Yay.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that was a really good first exercise round of what all we could kind of come up with for activities and stuff.
Perfect.
And thank you for commenting and being so active on this live stream. It makes us feel special.
Yeah, this was so much fun. I really, really enjoyed it.
Especially for y'all who are like probably up at like what, 4 or 5 in the morning over in your areas of the world.
I see Candy saying it's 4:21 a.m. and that you just woke up. You are a trooper.
All the power to y'all for who are doing that. My goodness.
Okay, guys. Well, it seems like we're kind of wrapping up now. So I had such an amazing time. It is dark out now, and I have these super bright lights in my face. So I'm starting to get a headache. So I think it's time for me to wrap up my screen time for the night. But everybody, thank you so much for joining us. This was absolutely amazing. It seems like a lot of us got a lot of good work done. Unless you tuned in late, and if that's the case, I'm so sorry. I hope that you're able to join us next time. And that will tentatively be on May 25th, Brooke, unless you need to change it. So if anything changes, we'll of course let all of you know, but please join us next time, and that will be on Mandi's channel. So do you guys have anything else that we should wrap up before we head out?
I don't think so.
Looks like people had a good night. Yay.
Yes.
And then y'all can, like, if you need to, for some reason, look up, like, how should we go ahead and type in, like, where to find us and stuff on social media here or whatever real quick?
Well,
The other thing I could do is just put it in the description of this video.
Yeah. Okay. I just knew since you had done it, like, where it wasn't a scheduled Google Hangout, I didn't know if they would, like, have that info or whatever. But, yeah, if you're able to put it in later, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. At 8 p.m. So will this be at the same time? Because I believe Adam was asking if we were ever going to do it at a different time for those that are international. So maybe we should take a vote on that, like through social media in the upcoming weeks, and see if this time is good or if we should move it to an earlier, or probably earlier, Mandi, because it's already so late where you are, but potentially move it to an earlier time so more people can join us.
Yeah.
If for some reason I had to change the date for whatever reason, we could try for like a Saturday, and then it could make it Sunday, and then it could make us more available to switching up times and try it out for people who are international.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'd like, sorry, go ahead, Mandi.
I was going to say, maybe I can set up a Survey Monkey and I'll give you guys all the links so everyone can fill out the survey and we'll figure out what time works best for everyone.
Sweet. That sounds great. Let's do that.
That's another thing Mandi needs to teach me is Survey Monkey. I have no idea how that works.
You have so much to learn, Brooke.
I do. I'm such a noob with technology. I really am.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think that's all for tonight. Let's see. Are you going to post tonight and tell us so we can watch again? Yes. So this is my first live stream that I have hosted. So when I am done broadcasting, I believe it will kind of publish and process, and it will go live on my channel. So you guys will be able to watch this again. And yeah, hopefully you'll be able to see comments too, because I believe Timmy is the one that requested that I save it in the way that shows the comments. So I'll have to do some research on that, but I will definitely get it saved and published so you guys can watch it again.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think it will take like a little bit to process. I don't think it'll show up right away. Just for those who want to watch it like right after, you might have to wait like an hour or so.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. I think that's everything. So you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you in the next live stream on May 25th. All right.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Happy writing.